Well, good afternoon, Internet. My name is Kevin. I'm from Cleverbox Artworks in Peachland, British Columbia. And I recently bought myself a CNC machine from a Chinese company called Style CNC. And they use the LNC MW2200 controller. And there's not a lot of information available about that controller. So I thought I'd do a few segments to help out my fellow compatriots. In today's segment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you how to disable your A-axis. You have a look at my machine here. I have the standard 3-axis X, Y, and Z, but right now to the side, stored away safely, is I have my A-axis. And of course, obviously I'm not using the A-axis right now. The A-axis would normally reside on the bed when it's being used. So what you have to do is you have to tell the CNC that you're not wanting to use the A-axis. If you don't do that, then the machine simply won't work. It keeps burping at you saying, hey, the A-axis isn't working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to disable the A-axis. Let me just zoom it in. I'm not a professional YouTuber, so I apologize if the quality isn't very good, but I hope I make up for it in being a useful video for you. Let me just set this as close to the screen as I can get you, because there's a bunch of buttons that have to be pressed, and I want you to see what I'm doing. So the first thing we need to do is we need to change the user level. So what we have to do is we have to go from the home screen, hit this little arrow here, go to maintenance. That brings up the user screen, and you'll see that we're currently at user level 3. There are a bunch of different levels which are giving you more and more authority to change things within the machine. By default, the machine is set to 3, which means you can't kind of break anything accidentally. What we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves to level 5, which is what you need to disable an access. So first thing we do is we put our cursor in that box. And you notice down here, it's very confusing, but down here is actually the data entry box. So what we do is we put the number 5 and press enter. And you'll see now our user level has been changed to 5, and it's now asking for a password. Again, down here we put in the password. It's always 2222. Press enter, and we're now at user level 5, which means we have more access to things that we need to do. The next step is to go and hit F5 or the parameter button, this one right here. So hit the F right here, we hit param, and then we hit access base, this one right here. And that brings up this screen here, very confusing screen here. And what we have to do is you have to go in these top columns here. It says soft axis, X, Y, Z, and then 4. What you do is put your cursor in this column, in the 4th column, type in a 0, press enter. For the axis name, type in a 0, press enter. And for the hardware port, type in a 0 and press enter. So now we've got all those settings correct. And now you click the reset button over here to reset the machine with those parameters. And there we go. The A-axis is now disabled. The machine is no longer looking for it. I hope that video was useful to you.